Snow White syndrome is a term that I coined for when somebody's personal belief that they have a special connection to wildlife is the very thing that harms that animal, either directly or indirectly. This is not to be confused with the psychological term, which I actually did not find out existed until after I coined my term. So what does Snow White syndrome look like? For example, this cardinal that hit the window is sitting on me and it's staying with me because it knows that I helped it. Or this rabbit that I found is falling asleep in my arms and it's closing its eyes because it trusts me and it knows that I'm helping. In both situations, the animal's behavior is a clear indicator of trauma or stress, but is instead read in relation to how the person feels about them. Feeding wildlife is another example. People thinking, oh my goodness, this animal trusts me and is letting me feed it. Meanwhile, the feeding the animal is the actual part that's causing them direct harm. Also, keeping wild animals as pets. I see this really commonly with opossums, actually. It was alone, or it was injured and it needed help, so I rescued it and I'm helping it. In reality, you need to find a wildlife rehabilitation. And if you are not a wildlife professional, you are not the best possible option for that animal's survival. Now, there's a lot more examples, but for the sake of time, let's talk about nuance. I know the internet loves nuance. I know it's really good with it. There is a lot of nuance in this conversation, and I'm going to do my best to address as much of it as physically possible in a very short video. One of the biggest things I struggle with when talking about Snow White syndrome is that I know where it stems from. People want to connect with wildlife. People want to feel connected to the natural world around them. And we absolutely should be encouraging that. That is a beautiful, important thing. What we shouldn't be encouraging is feeding bears at your doorstep and talking to them affectionately and inviting them in your home because of the beautiful bond that you both share with one another. I just want to be so clear. I'm making this video not because I want to shame people. However, if you're feeding bears, hey, guess what? I'm gonna light you up about it. Hey, guess what? I'm gonna shame you. Don't feed a bear. A fed bear is a dead bear, is what they say. Just don't do that. Like I said, this isn't about shaming people, but rather forcing people to confront the ways in which we feel and act towards wildlife.